G'day. Welcome to the dawn of the final day. You've got the toolbar up on the side of the mirror board there, Jenna. Welcome to the final day.
Yay!
You are continuing to watch Roll Plus Bond. Our 7th anniversary live stream, raising money for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, the PCRF. I haven't looked at the Tiltify in so long. How much money we get? I don't think I've looked at the Tiltify all day. Holy shit, we've got a 2x donation match in progress for the next day and 21 hours. That's unnecessary. We've raised $4,345.67 USD for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, who provide free medical care to thousands of injured and ill children yearly who lack local access within the local healthcare system. It was founded in 1991, and since abroad for free medical care, sent thousands of international doctors and nurses to provide tens of thousands of children free medical care in local hospitals, and provided tens of thousands of children humanitarian aid and support they would otherwise not get. Their foundation relies on grassroots efforts supported by a worldwide network of thousands of volunteers to fulfill their humanitarian mission. They are a volunteer-based nonprofit, so please join our efforts and donate. I need somebody to donate an amount of dollars and then 2 cents so we can get it to. Oh, it's 6-7. That's why. It's the kids. The kids like 6-7. Right. I want it to be the funny number. Well, the other funny number. The other one is the bundle. Get the bundle. There are some good games in the bundle. For $20, the Roll Plus Bond bundle. I need to get the bundle. I'm probably going to just grab it after this stream ends. Because I need the Demi-Human Delvers Volume 1 by Kurt for a local game store game. And honestly, if I had known this game existed, I probably would have run Goncharov Must Die for this stream. So look out for Goncharov Must Die next year for the 8th anniversary live stream. Today we are playing Venture by the amazing Riley Rethel. Let me get rid of this. Boop. Should I introduce myself? Should I? Let's introduce the game first, I guess, and then I'll introduce my co-hosts. Venture. I should have had this open. Venture's by Riley Rethel. It's a No Dice No Masters game. That's living in that classic TTRPG milieu, the inevitable and unavoidable, folk D&D milieu. Venture gives us magic-filled forests and looming castles, champions in shining armor, and vagabonds with dazzling charm, Marketsville repute and duplicitous authorities, and uncaring gods high above asking you, what do you do next? In Venture, we will play a group of adventurers traveling through a fantasy world, making their way across terrain while learning about themselves and each other. They will meet townspeople with storied cultures, criminals with shady agendas, and mages with esoteric power, and a strange darkness encroaching on the horizon. In my, you know how you get an idea that's just stuck in your head, and you have brain problem situations that mean you can't actually work on the thing. You just keep thinking about how good it would be if you could work on the thing, and you just blah 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 blah. A like D&D adventure idea that I've had for a while is like a magical tower where there's been a portal to like the elemental plane of water. A wizard has opened a portal to the elemental plane of water in the top of his tower, and then died before he could turn it off or whatever. And so
presumably drowned.
presumably just like, you know, there's always a bigger fish, or something. Oh, you just left and left the tap running.
Yeah, his dad wizard came and told him off.
Yeah, Dad Wizard. He got his he had to go renew his license or something. Anyway, so I thought I'd just, instead of writing this adventure, I thought I'd just run it in Venture and make other people write it for me. So I'm joined here today by Miranda.
Hi.
And Ollie.
Hello.
My name is Mitchell. My pronouns are he, him. And I'll be playing today. What name my character again? Madeline Deep Breath, the Warlock, whose pronouns are she, her.
Right. My name's Miranda, she, her. I'm going to be playing Below Thieved Hides, or Belle for short, if you must. Her pronouns are also she, her.
Hey, I'm Ollie. I'm they them, and I'm playing Gawain Conglomerate, the wizard. Also they them.
The Wizard.
The wizard, don't you know?
I'll also be playing the setting element of the arcane. Oh my god. See, my problem is that I opened all these tabs to like keep track of everything, and now we're going to find which tabs or what got what in it. So yeah, in every crack and crevice of the world, in every tree, tome, and child, there is magic. Not all that we do is considered magic, but the semantics only matter when they are performing a delicate spell. So yeah. Well, and we've got Miranda playing the mundane.
That's right. The world is made up of more than magic. It is made up of people with everyday wants and needs. We are some of those people, even if we sometimes believe we are different.
And Ollie will be playing the darkness.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the world. We do not know quite what it is, but it is coming. We can only see its glimpses and strange, rare occurrences, but it's still getting stronger by the day.
Yikes! Watch out!
I'm coming for you.
Fascism's on the rise.
Fuck. Wait, no, my escapism game.
Oh no!
Yeah, we decided not to play the authority in this game, so we're fine.
Yeah.
It's just magical fascism. So yeah, it turns out the things that are on our everyday mind follow us everywhere. Things that are on our mind every day. Anyway, do we want to talk about our characters a little bit more, or just jump in?
We got plenty of time to kill, so yeah, let's go through our characters.
I think it's like describing our characters as we come into town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon we're like riding horses, or just is it all on foot?
I think it's probably all on foot.
Or do we have like a cart that's being pulled by something other than a horse?
I think I might have tried to conjure a couple of goats, but they quickly ran off on us, so we're just hauling the cart by ourselves.
Were they regular goats or were they unicorn goats?
Man, I don't know. They ran off before I could even look at them.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Unicorn goats are a real thing, by the way.
Yeah, I read Hitman for Destiny.
Apparently you can graft the like horn bud on a young goat into like onto the middle of the forehead and get anyway.
You would?
Yeah, it's a bit yuck. Let's keep moving on. Wait, so if the goats ran off, who's pulling the cart?
Us.
Us, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, us. The skinny little wizard is definitely going to be pulling this cart, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, the I can be pulling this cart. Madeline Deep Breath. She's got a bit of endurance to her. She is a warlock. Pull up my little bits. And yeah, like kind of fits here. She wears like stained and patchwork clothing. Once on volunteering for a PhD candidate, we were out in the desert for 5 weeks catching lizards. And we had a bloke join us for the last 3 weeks, and he got to Alice Springs. He must have had a second change of clothes, but he gets to Alice Springs. He goes to an op shop. He picks out a cool light T-shirt, and he wore that T-shirt for the whole 3 weeks that we were out there. And by the end of that 3 weeks, it was so like it had multiple rings
Oh.
of like where he's gotten so sweaty that he's got great big sweat patches that have then dried out, and then you've got like a ring of salt from all of the dissolved salts in the sweat. Like you've got multiple rings of you can see how sweaty he's gotten in this shirt over the 3 weeks, just covered in stains. Patches on the knees, patches on the elbows, patches over patches over patches. I have multiple Alice Springs stories, Jenna. Those 2 trips generated a lot of stories. Boots that are like tied up with string to hold the soles on, you know, and just blue eyes, just staring dead ahead, kind of bored, pulling this cart. Pulling hard. It's hard work, but like, yeah. Is anybody helping me pull this cart?
I think
No,
I
you
am.
seem to have gotten it.
Yeah, I'm like pulling the other pole, but I'm just like slipping around in the mud, and so I just end up like slipping away more than actually pulling.
Yeah, you're just sliding with the momentum.
I could
Yeah.
also imagine you being the only one riding an animal. Like you alone are just like riding like a small donkey or something.
Yeah.
No, I'm in my apprentice era, so therefore I have to do everything myself. Well, also, yeah, like getting my boots stuck in the mud.
Bella's not pulling the cart. You probably have convinced her to pull the cart at least some of the time, but mostly she's just kind of like doing a wide orbit around, just kind of keeping a lookout for things.
What does Belle look like?
Right, I can read my whole Druid spiel. The Druid is a bonus playbook adventure by Luke Jordan, by the way. The Druid is an individual looking for a home. Their powers and struggles are inherent, material, and often transformative. For Belle specifically, we've got sharp canines, steady tread, and lupine eyes, wardrobe styles in furs and hides. I think she's probably got a pretty bored demeanor most of the time, just kind of like walking. It's probably been a pretty uneventful trip most of the way here.
Right.
And she's kind of really feeling, like antsy for some action, you know?
Yeah, cool. Well, like as we travel up this road towards towards this town, we like the road is getting wetter and wetter and wetter. Like the wheel ruts in the road, which were just muddy, now fully have like a trickle of water running down them. The weather is quite nice. What season is it, do you reckon?
Spring, like
Yeah.
early spring.
Yeah, nice. Early spring, but like this is not snowmelt, right?
No, I think Belle probably catches on pretty quick that this isn't like something is off about this water. If not only just because it hasn't rained in days, nor is this the rushing water of snowmelt.
Yeah, I was gonna say the snowmelt's probably over. Like you've got snowmelt in the rivers. The rivers are still running with snowmelt, but it's not enough to like all the puddles have dried up, you know?
Yeah,
like
like most of the puddles that are arising are like filled with it's not silt, is it? Like, like dust that has like settled on the road.
Yeah. Silt, dust.
Mm.
There's where is this water coming from?
From the ground.
Is this our first sign that we're coming closer to town? Like, do we get Belle noticing that we're moving out of what is wilderness and into like a more managed landscape? Like the trees by the side of the road are noticeably pollarded.
I reckon the road is getting more chopped up though as we're getting into town. Like the increase foot and cart use is like making the mud more apparent.
It's getting the road's getting wider. And like the trickles in the wheel ruts, the water has enough room to spread a bit further, and you get like do we come to a stop with the cart? Because you ever get this as a kid where you're like, I can ride my bike through this big puddle, and then that big puddle has a really deep bit that you didn't account for. Okay, what are we doing about this cart?
Do we want to zoom in here then?
Yeah. And I think we're at the edge of town, right? Like you can see it.
Do we want to be like at the edge of town or okay?
Is this like we can see town from here, and we can see way more. There's like a decent amount of water between us and this town. Water that's not usually there.
Yeah. The fields surrounding the town are just like completely flooded, and
like you take them to be rice paddies, and then you realize that they're all barley, and you're
exactly.
Like, hang on. Yeah. And our cart is stuck in this big fucking puddle.
What's the holdup? Get that cart moving.
Fucking, well, you try pulling it then.
There seems to be something lodged under the wheel. Or maybe something is lodged in the wheel? Or on top of it?
I'm not pulling that cart. I said at the beginning, we don't need that cart. We could find anything that we would take in a cart on our way. But you insisted, and I let it go.
Look,
let's just leave the cart here.
If those goats hadn't run off, then we would have had a perfectly pleasant trip. And now this wheel is stuck, and we've arrived at town, so the cart's done its job.
I mean, I could get this cart out of this puddle, but you're not gonna like it.
Since when did you do anything that I like?
No, come on. Let's see it. Let's see the miracles you can work to get this cart out of the mud.
I like, and you see. Oh no! There we go.
Love to
I think
dip
we're
in
back.
and out of existence.
I think we're back.
Hello, g'day. Forgive the technical difficulties.
A lot
Looks
of
like
moving
we're back.
parts in this kind of operation. But seems like it's resolved itself.
Yeah, got thumbs up.
Yeah, cool beans.
Mhm.
And like the cart is like axle deep in the water,
Mm.
and like hands reach up from the water, and they are, white clammy flesh, and yeah, cool, white clammy flesh as Madeline beseeches their patron
Mm.
to give us a hand, and these drowned dead pull the cart up out of the puddle. And I'm using the weak move here. Scare someone with your devotion, or expose others to the horrifying darkness of your patron. It's just like, yeah, death is everywhere.
I feel like this
Yeah.
would be appeal to your patron to solve your problems.
Yeah, true. That's sorry. I was looking at 3 other things, and yes, that is the one that I like picked out. Yeah, you're right. Appeal to your patron to solve your problems. It's just like, yeah, cool. I've got a problem. Hey, Davy Jones. Did I like specify or like?
No.
No, I don't
No,
think you've said anything about your patron.
I don't think I've said anything about my patron. My
Oh.
patron is like, uh, um, or is it Jenny Greengills maybe?
Aw.
But it's like, it's a figure of like death by drowning, right?
Mm.
Davy Jones, Jenny Greengills, like death by
Mhm.
drowning. I am haunted. And yeah, call upon my patron to solve my problem.
Could I possibly do a darkness move here?
And get a token. Yeah, we need tokens, don't we? Yeah, sure.
This would be the perfect time to do it, since
Mm.
Madeline
100%.
beseeched her patron.
Yeah. I want to give Madeline the impression that there is something else trying to come up for air. That's not just the dead. And although you don't see it, you like feel the grand emptiness below the dead hands, and then you feel a mass under that emptiness that's rushing up towards the surface.
Is this foreshadowing a threat?
So it's a little bit both of just like doubt of your patron isn't the only one that controls that space.
Yeah, cool. And it's just like hauling the cart out as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And like water bubbling and the rushing sound, the white clammy hands pull back into the water just in time, and there's just like a little like drip sound and a little ripple.
A little bloop bloop.
Yeah. As it comes out, as we close that door just in time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Gwen just like takes a moment to just shudder really violently.
um.
I haven't introduced Gwen.
Yeah.
So
Give
uh,
us what Gwaine looks like as their knees knock.
yeah, so Gwen is a knobby-kneed teenager wizard. They've got a very oversized cloak that's a real deep green that's constantly falling off their shoulders. So most of their like fidgeting is done by like fixing up their cloak. Underneath is a very shabby tunic shirt that has clearly been slept in and then worn and then slept in again. Um, there's a look on their face where um, they're so determined but also so tired.
Yep.
Um, uh,
Like everybody
yeah.
running the stream. Ha 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 ha. At the start of day 3.
Excellent. Yes. They've also got a massive spell book that's got little bits of paper falling out of it, like little notes that they've entered in on top of the pages. So it's a little bit bulkier than it usually is. And inside one of those notes is a letter of correspondence between their dad and the wizard in the tower. Um, who we're hopefully planning to go and meet. But this great big
Ooh.
puddle is in the way.
Wee. Yeah, and so we're like we're faced with this stretch of water between us and this town. Shit, well now what? Says Madeline, deep breath. Oh, I think before they talk, they like spit water out of their mouth and take a deep breath. Well, now what?
Oh.
I think after the hands kind of like recede back into the water, Belle just gives like a sarcastic soft clap.
Well, you weren't helping.
What, you couldn't get them to stick around to drag it the rest of the way into town?
There was. I didn't want to have to deal with the other stuff.
All right. I'll help out for the last leg of this. And she kind of like takes a quick look around, sniffs the air, trying to find like one dry patch of ground that hasn't just been totally soaked or submerged. And kind of walks over to it, looks out over the field, and then just kind of like crouches down really low to the ground and like whispers something to it. Because one of the 3 secret languages of nature that Belle can speak is, of course, the deep and slumbering earth. And I'm going to use the weak move, Speak to Nature, and have it drastically misunderstand. I want it to make a land bridge that just cleaves across the field that we can, like, of solid ground that we can just pull this cart across and into town.
Cool.
So, how does nature just wildly misunderstand what I want from it?
Land
Oh,
bridge.
I've got something. Yeah, it'll soak all of that water up for you by just growing stuff. So a bunch of vines and like little saplings pop up from the ground, and all of the water rescinds, making the road dry. But now there's a bunch of shrubs in the way.
Yeah, it's just like, we've got this land bridge and it's completely overgrown and impassable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that still gives me a token, so...
Yeah, take your token. You got some kind of fire magic? there, Gawain?
Uh,
Because I think we need magic to deal with the magic.
well, you know, you can't. It's probably not best to mix magickas. Especially you did your magic and Belle did her magic. Um, maybe we can just go on foot for the rest of the way.
You got to carry the cart, are you? How come your little letter there didn't tell us we're going to need a boat?
Well, the wizard is a bit abstract, and Dar only told me that I just needed to go to the tower and present myself. I don't really get much more information about that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine on foot from here. Like, there's a clear path, kind of.
Well, I don't know what path you're looking at.
Well, as my granddad always said, the first step is the best step. And I think Gwaine is gonna fix up their cloak and then just march off into the shrubbery.
Just through the bushes.
Yeah.
After Gwaine gets a good distance away, Belle leads over to Madeline and is like, "Yeah, I think their granddad is full of crap."
I think
But,
he might be a ladder salesman. He's got a lot of step-based aphorisms.
Whatever. I'll help pull the cart. Let's just get going.
I thought we was just gonna. I was pretty ready to leave it behind after this one. To be honest, I'm. Oh yeah, all right. And like, I think you pull the cart and Madeline is with like, um, with the endurance of somebody who cannot get tired, is just like pulling plants up by the roots to
Mm-hmm.
like, instead of where normally we'd be like cutting through this with a machete, it's just like, yeah, gloves on, get in there, tearing shit out of the way to try and laying stuff down, pushing over trees to try and get the cart through.
Every so often, like the wheel gets caught in like a root or some grass, and Belle just kind of like leans down and just threatens the root, with some kind of random act of violence, because she can also speak the language of what does it say? Bushes, grasses, and vines. So
Yeah, like a
You
vine
know.
goes to wrap around the axle, and you swear at it, and it like,
Exactly.
It's my favorite way to garden.
yeah, with a green thumb and an iron fist.
That's great. Love
Right.
to think that Gwaine, not only covered in mud, but like the below the knee is just like filled with all sorts of leaves and bramble now.
Yeah.
So just stunning collection.
Just like covered in sticky weed as well.
Or like hop vines.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I think we get
Getting
like
to this town is a lot of work.
I think our last shot of getting to this town is like a cow. Is like a water. I want to say cow, but like I'm picturing water buffalo here because of rice paddies. But yeah, a cow standing knee deep in the water in this barley field, chewing as it like watches this slow procession along this land bridge through these plants, and this two little birds come and land in these newly arrived shrubberies and like laugh at us in this little bird language. Miranda, who's the like first ordinary person that like we come across as we come into this town?
Gosh, what is it? Is this the kind of town that like would have like a gate, like a wall and a gate surrounding it?
Ooh.
Or is it just like
Yeah.
roads leading in and out?
Hmm.
I'm imagining it's almost it's like a river, like river town, but very small river, and so all of the entry points um, are either like man-made roads, like they've sectioned up the river and then just like put a road through it, or a bridge.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this was once a walled town, but the town has outgrown the wall.
Mm.
Okay.
It's got districts.
It's got districts. Yeah, like that river. You've got like, hang on. I've like, if only I had something to draw on. I've got something to draw on. I've got a Miro board to draw on.
Mm.
So like, what if we've got? Is this gonna show up if I just do like, if that's the river, and then we've got like the wall. But like the town is like this size with like bridges and. Can you say your thing again, Ollie? Sorry.
Yeah, like man-made roads, yeah, through the river, dividing it up, and so it's like going out towards the fields, or just some bridges.
You got like.
I think the first Joker we see is like
Oh my god, the Joker's
one
here.
One of the farmers. I'm just gonna blow past that one. Like one of the farmers who tends this field just is like, "What are you doing? What is all that?"
It's free vegetation.
Free vegetation. We can't eat vegetation. We gotta eat crops. You want us to eat vines and grasses? We can't eat those vines.
But you can feed them
Yeah,
to the pigs, can't you?
Yeah, the cattle that was standing by watching us, not helping, by the way, could definitely eat it.
Very judgmental about this cow.
Oh my stars, Daisy! Notices the cow and just runs off towards it to try and get it out of the water.
This cow has not moved the entire time, and you can just see the water rising up its legs.
No, have you seen the videos of when they let the cows out in spring in Scandinavia?
Mm-hmm.
They keep the cows inside the barn all winter, and they let them out, and the cows just having a blast. Daisy is out in the water having so much fun.
Oh yeah.
You know when you go try and take a stick off a dog and it does that bouncy run?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy does that bouncy jumpy run, lays down and rolls in the mud. Daisy! Cow's having a good time.
That's
yeah, I'm introducing a mystery. This town is flooded. This town is wet. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there's some people trying to bucket out their houses.
Yeah, I think you got people sitting on the top of their roofs. Like the school that it's probably waist deep water. You got people think of literally every time you've ever seen people dealing with floodwaters on the news. You got people carrying boxes and bundles of stuff over their top of their heads.
Yeah.
People
in little boats.
Yeah, there's kids wrapped running up and down like the roofs.
Yeah. People yelling at each other.
Mhm.
Somebody's got like all of their chickens and geese on the top of a shed. And people, with little like dinghy sized boats paddling back and forth trying to help people.
Dang.
I'm introducing a mystery. Yeah, this town is flooded. As the Arcane, yeah.
That's definitely a mystery, all right. Yeah, hmm. Bella's definitely like, I don't like this. This isn't any ordinary flooding. The water doesn't smell right.
And we get like the sparkles on the water,
Mm-hmm.
There's too many sparkles in this water.
Well, me does spellbook says nothing about water and its properties. It's just water.
You drink it.
Just water.
Well, I'm not
tastes-
going to drink that. That's the road's water. The
It
road is
tastes-
drinking that.
It tastes weird, says Madeline, who's just like got her shoe off and is using it as a scooping up water and like drinking it out of. She's doing a shoey,
Mhm.
Doesn't
needed to
taste
put-
right.
We need to put a context warning, trigger warning on Madeline.
On shoeys, I'm like.
On Madeline's existence.
she,
This bitch is wet.
this bitch is wet, like wet to the bone.
Sopping, I think is the best way to describe her. Yeah, I think we see another violent shiver from Gwen.
Yeah, I wanna ask, how do I not belong here in this town? How don't I belong?
Because you look like you belong more in the water.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you belong more in the water, don't you?
All right then. And Miranda just like falls backwards with her arms out, and there's a big splash, and she starts, swimming. She just starts doing like belly up frog style big kicks, like just under the surface of the water. And her skin looks like so much grayer and clammier when she's under the water than when she's out of it.
I look over at Gwen and just say, I'm not swimming through this water. Like,
Well,
towns are dirty. This water is going to be dirty.
yeah, it doesn't look great. Maybe
It's fine because I'm going to introduce someone who needs or offers help, and a townsperson just kind of like glides by on a skiff, and she's just like, "Well, you three sure picked a bad day to come to town. Hop in. I'll give you a lift to the inn. Most of it's still above water, at least. We can get you set up with some lodgings for the night, but you probably don't want to stay here much longer than that."
Oh, that's all right. We're moving on to the tower.
You sure about that?
Says like a crotchety little old man who's like sitting on this skiff. The tower? What do you want to go to the bloody tower for?
Because that's where I'm going to be training.
Training at the.
Yes, you see, I'm a wizard, and I hold up my book, and I try to conjure a bunch of sand to block out the water from the houses.
Yeah, to make. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna dump a bunch of sand onto the road.
What was that?
Don't know.
Somebody outside. It's been pretty warm here, so my window is open.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
Mm.
Is this a weak move that you've got, or you just doing some magic?
Um, I think I can do a strong move because I gained a token. Oh, do we have to say when we gain tokens or?
Yeah, can you remind me? Because I've got little
Okay.
skulls here. I've pulled out sparkles. I've pulled out sparkles for
Um,
Gawain. I've pulled out a wolf token for Belle. Is that, or would you?
Can't imagine why you'd want to pull that out for Belle, but yeah, that's
I
fine.
don't know. Like that's the animally animal. Is there a different animal that you'd like, or is that good?
Wolf suits me just fine, but I do have a
Wolf-
token from when I made that path.
Oh, true. Cool. I'll give you that token then. There you
Thanks.
go. Token. Are you spending a token to perform a spell or save somebody?
yes. Yes,
To
I'm
save someone or
performing a
help someone?
spell.
Yeah,
To
cool.
help someone.
Yeah, so like, is it getting to this
Yeah,
is it
getting to
getting to
the
this
inn.
tavern and then like making a sandbar wall around it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so sand just like materializes like a few feet up in the air and then just like drops, splashing everyone in the vicinity with like mud. See, I'm a wizard. Sand.
Sand. Um,
Well, I gotta say, that's probably the most useful thing I've seen a wizard do in the past while. So, thanks for that.
you're gonna need a fair bit more training if you're gonna help bucket out all this water out of this inn. And like you've got the sandbar around the inn now. There's water still on the inside of that sandbar though. So I think like uh you've got like the tavern keeper and the the barmaid and the scrawny kid with a mop who's like they're all getting buckets and starting to bucket the water over the sand wall.
Well, that's just great.
Chuck us a bucket, I'll give you a hand. The splush up out of the water, dripping
I
wet.
think Gawain is trying to set up like a siphon to up over the wall, but he's only ever read about siphons, so it looks very haphazard.
Yeah, like what materials are you using for this?
Probably some wood that's fallen off the side of the tavern,
Yeah.
like rotting away.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this tavern would have straws.
God, is it like getting pieces of bamboo from the from the um from the land bridge?
Mm,
Wait, I've got an idea, and you come back with a whole heap of arm lengths of bamboo.
yeah, I'm like trying to like suck at one end of it. It's just like evening the water on both sides.
um, the
That would be funny if that counts as experiment with forces you don't understand.
I don't think so.
I don't understand siphon, so I get a token.
Metal with forces you don't understand. Hydrology.
Yeah, that's definitely not my school of magic.
Um, the
I think the townsperson who like offered us the ride in the skiff is like also helping still and is, you know, goes to Gwaine and is just like, "So what business do you have with this other wizard in the tower?"
I'm meant to be his apprentice, don't you know?
I
And then
don't know.
I stick out my little stick arm. Gwaine Conglomerate, nice to meet ya. And like rubber hose shake this person's arm.
Yeah. Shakes your hand and like lifts you up and down, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Holiday Wastrel, that's what they call me.
Nice to meet you, Holiday.
That's right. Uh,
Um, do you know what this phenomenon is happening here? Has the town experienced more heavy rainfall?
Not a single cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
it hasn't rained all month, let me tell you.
Has the river overflowed? What seems to have occurred here?
No, it was a pretty normal, average year for snowfall, too. We tried going to ask the wizard for an explanation, but anyone who we try and send out there hasn't come back yet.
Can I like point to a piece of prep that I've got?
Definitely.
Have you heard of a Holloway before?
No.
No.
So it's a kind of road where, for whatever reason, either purposefully or they're also called sunken lanes, either purposefully or just as a result of erosion. You get a road that has sunk into the ground. Pulling up an image of one for the stream. Oop, that's very big. What does that look like? Is that on the top? That's not on the top.
It's not on the top, but I can see enough of it to kind of get
Yeah.
get the gist of it.
Get the gist? Yeah.
It's that scene in Lord of the Rings.
Which one?
Fellowship, when Frodo's on the road
Oh yeah, okay.
and they
I
do the
thought
dolly zoom effect.
the dolly zoom. Yeah, okay. Well, the trail's like considerably lower than the surrounding land. And like the water isn't coming from the river. The water's coming from like the North Road out of town. You know, like this.
There's a bit of a flow state happening.
This whole hollow, what used to be a sunken lane or a holloway is now like a river, another river or a creek or a, you know, like yeah, is now a watercourse, and they don't know where the water is coming from.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Wizard's Tower is meant to be that way. Surely he'll have the answers.
Well, when you find him out, I hope you come back this way and share him, because I don't know how much longer we can deal with all this water.
Well, I'm sure as soon as the wizard is alerted, he'll come to the town's aid. For that is a wizard's duty.
Yeah,
Sure is taking a sweet time coming to our aid, if that's the case.
Wizard's duty, more like, says the crotchety old man. Wizard's not been no darn help with any of this.
Well, it's a good thing a wizard is here, and Gwaine like puts their hands like not on their waist but like under their armpits to like
to
puff
their
out their
chest out.
Yeah, puff their chest out. And like do a power stance of just like, yeah, wizard.
I think there's like literal magical sparkles around you as well,
Yeah.
right? Like that's the vibe.
Yeah, I throw my hand up in the air and sand comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the sand is glittery, so that's the sparkle.
And then it's like, yeah, Madeline standing behind you rolls her eyes and spits water out of her mouth again.
Well,
Do we
yeah, we'll do what we can here.
do we have more town? Do we have more town stuff? Does anybody else want more town scenes, or are we good to head north?
Up to you two. Because I think Belle would probably refuse to get involved because this isn't your home or your problem for a week move. But
Ooh. I mean, you can take that, and that's Belle, like, okay, we know where we're going, and then like dragging us off by our
so we
collars.
go to the north. How far to the north is it? A day? 2?
Well, by my map, it's meant to be maybe a quarter of a day. So we're best to stop here for a little bit. In that cut, put a hole in my shoe. So that needs to be fixed, and then we can be on our way.
You're a wizard. You can't fix a hole in your own bloody shoe.
It's important to hold on. No, what did Dad say? No, and then Gwen's just gonna like ruffle through his notes of like
His notes.
like top best sayings that Da and his granddad said to him.
Oh, I bet they had a lot to say about shoes.
Yeah, you're looking in the index for shoes.
Yeah.
Shoe-based aphorisms.
Holiday is like, well, if you're gonna stick around for at least a little bit, we sure could use some help cleaning up the town. Trying to keep, mitigate what flood water we can.
It's
Y'all
time
seem
to
like
clean
the
river. Yeah.
ingenious types, so maybe you can come up with some solutions that we haven't. I think, and Belle, of course, just kind of is just like, no. And goes over to like the innkeeper and be like, you got any dry beds left? I'm gonna take a nap while we're here.
Up in the loft, maybe.
What do we do for money?
My dad's definitely given me some money, so I'll when you ask for a bed, I'll like follow you.
Belle just kind of like jerks a thumb over her shoulder and is like, the scrawny one will deal with the payment. And just like stomps up, and she just stomps upstairs to find a bed.
Yeah, Gwen will come over to the counter and just be like, "That's right, for I'm a wizard," and puts like a single, I don't know, copper down, not knowing what anything costs.
And it's like marked with some weird magical bullshit as well, so it's like not a coin that anybody's ever seen before. It's a star-shaped coin.
Yeah, the tavern keeper definitely like takes it up and bites it. Be like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I guess that'll cover your friend's nap, but you'll have to cough up some more if the other two of you want anything else.
Yes, please. Do you do a luncheon?
Luncheon.
And like the old crotchety bloke looks around to the water's still receding in the inside of the tavern.
Yeah.
The fucking wants a lunch. They fucking want a luncheon. There's plenty of fish. The crotchety old guy says, rolling his eyes.
Oh, yes. Some of your finest fish sticks, please, good sir. And then I put down another single copper.
It's 3 copper for the stew. Each.
They want fish on sticks now.
Kids these days. Put fish on sticks. What's next? Putting fish on roofs.
Fish on roofs, fish in rocks, you know.
Yeah.
What's the world coming to?
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Yeah, Gwen's going to see if can rustle up some grub for a little snack for everyone, and then instead of helping, going to just go through his textbook to see if there's any more spells that they can come up with.
Sits on top of a table.
Yeah.
And opens their books.
Yeah, with their little bowl of fish sticks. No sauces.
And what's Madeline gonna be doing during our little bit of downtime here? Is she gonna be helping anyone in the town?
Isn't she
I
still
think
on
she-
the road?
I think she's like she doesn't she is tireless, you know. She doesn't need to stop.
Yo,
They
does
are-
Madeline eat?
No, they don't need to eat. They are a bit morbid, so they volunteer to like collect all of the drowned. You know, like
Oh, okay, yeah.
people's
Mm.
pets who got stuck in places that they, you know, they're just like wandering around town going, and like,
Mm.
you know, opens like a woodshed, and then like pulls out a dog, and you know, drags the dog floating up onto the hillside, and like starts a
Ugh.
burn, you know, starts digging graves, you know, and
Mhm.
like
Mm. Oh,
some
are you
poor
making
kids-
like some offerings to your patrons, seeing that they drowned?
I think this is just you know, they are morbid. I could like
I could see a way that funerary rites for all of the dead here could be a ritual performed
Yeah.
with passion and emotion.
yeah, I'll God. And like I think part of this ritual, yeah, if I'm spending a token on this, I think part of this ritual is just like, you know, saying words over those people who've been lost so far that protect everybody else. You
Mhm.
know, like I find, you know, an older member of the community who couldn't save themselves, or you know, a kid who was, you know, left unattended playing in the water that drowned or like got stuck in a tree or something, and just like this town has lost people in this disaster, and
Mhm.
I spend some time performing this ritual, and it ensures that everybody else will get out of it okay.
Well, at least someone did some good for these people.
And they don't even know it yet, right? It's just like,
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe one of the like older townsfolk comes up to Madeline and is just like not saying anything, but just that classic thing that older people do of just like looking over your shoulder and just making sure that you're doing something that they're all right with.
Mhm.
And I think when Madeline, if Madeline like turns to address the older person, they just like grab away of like damn wizard minions. And goes back into the shadows.
could I suggest that the name of this old bloke is Umarel?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that term?
No.
No.
So from wikipedia.org/wiki/Umarel, Umarel are men of retirement age who spend their time watching construction sites, especially roadworks, stereotypically with hands clasped behind their back and offering
Yes.
unrequested advice to the workers.
Gotcha.
Its literal meaning is little man. The term is employed as lighthearted or self-deprecation.
Yeah, he's going to be the town skeptic. Yeah, and he gruffs away, but then like 5 minutes later, he's back watching you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Umorel's in Bologna, Italy in 2016.
Wait, say that again.
The picture that I've added to the is
Oh,
Umorel's in Bologna, Italy in 2016.
yeah.
Standing
Oh
there
my
with
god,
his
there
hands
must
behind
be
his back.
so many construction sites in Rome and stuff that they're doing that at. Oh, that's beautiful.
Love to sticky bake it. Oh my god! I'm like,
Love
I'm trying
that
to
sticky
move.
bake.
I'm trying to move the image to take it back off the stream, but I've got the stream tab open instead of Miro, and I'm like, why isn't it
Oh.
moving?
That's really funny.
Derp. Yeah. So was it like it's after lunch that we
Something.
head off
Yeah.
north? Do you have your fish
Yeah.
on a stick that you're eating?
Yeah. I think that grants me a token because instead of helping / avoiding responsibilities, I've just been rifling through the book,
Nice.
which is withdrawing into my studies.
Yeah, I should have gotten a token for refusing to help as well.
Cool. There you go.
Thank you.
I think Holiday does offer to give us a ride on her skiff, like at least a little ways out of town. You know, up the the flooded holloway.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, cool.
You know, maybe after like an hour or two on the boat, Belle has like a bowl of fish stew that she's been kind of like eating over the course of this ride. Not really saying much. But yeah, it gets to a point where like the holloway kind of like takes a bend, and there's kind of like a solid-ish patch of ground off to the side that she kind of like parks at and is like, well, this is about as far as I'm gonna take you.
Yeah, we get to
I don't.
we get to the spot where like the water has found the holloway and spills into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really have a taste for adventure like you folks, but I'll wish you well on your travels either way.
Thank you, Holiday. And I'm gonna throw up some. I'm going to throw up some sand sparkles and give her like the deepest bow.
Well, I
find the
hope you
wizards.
prove.
Can I complicate someone's attempt at magic here?
Sure.
Gosh, I hope so.
Those sparkles go off like they're firecrackers, and a whole heap of
Oh,
birds
fuck.
fly out of all the trees, and like you've yeah. There's no being sneaky. Everybody, like, if there's anything around, it knows we're here.
Great.
Yeah, we've got temporary tinnitus.
Well, I hope you learn something from the wizard in the tower, even if it's what a bad example of a wizard is. Well, all right, be on your way, and I'll be on my way back to town.
Cool.
Right. So, what's the area around the wizard tower like now?
Yeah.
Goopy.
Goopy.
Do we want to like?
Swamp.
It's so swampy. It smells. You know, it's got that like. Normally, a swamp doesn't smell bad, but this smells like anoxic water, right? Like this smells like water that stuff is like plant material is rotting in. The water finds the holloway, but before the water finds the holloway, it doesn't like. This is a new water source. It hasn't carved a channel yet, so spreads out flat over massive areas. So
Mhm.
you've got water that's 2 inches deep over entire meadows. And this water's been here long enough that the water hasn't been here long enough that rushes and sedges and water plants have started to grow, but it's been here long enough that the normal meadow grasses and flowers are drowning, right? They're dying of oversaturation.
Mhm.
Uh, like the hang on. Even though the weather's sunny and so the water's warm, which makes it even worse. I think there's like mosquitoes
Ugh.
everywhere.
And actually, I was thinking of something kind of the opposite. Um, like I do like that, like like indigenous plant life is just kind of like drowning and dying in all this water. But I think because it's coming from a wizard's tower and like this is magic at work. I think that like strange plants have started to like grow in its place. Like not
Yeah,
things that would like typically grow in a swamp, but like real weird stuff.
like these are plants from else. This is like these are plants from elsewhere. These are like weird bubble plants and yeah, weird alien water plants. Um, I think you've got like things moving in the water as well,
Oh, for sure.
and like
I think it takes
that
us a while to like start really noticing the like wildlife that has like come into this area though. I think we because I think it's probably still like a little closer to the Wizard's Tower where the like animals have like started to like come in.
I'm introducing a mystery here as the arcane.
Great.
You know how I like when there's something moving under the water towards a character in the movie and you get that little hump in the water of something
Mm-hmm.
indicating there's something underneath it moving. You can see those moving around, but it's in water that's too shallow for that to be happening on its own. To be like for there something to be under like the water is like moving around on its own like it's looking for stuff.
Hmm.
Uh,
Can we
there's
see the tower from where we're at?
I think you might be able to see the top of it, right?
I
Like
was thinking
over the
like the very
trees and
roof.
in the distance. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think Gwaine is looking for the passage on possession, because they're convinced that the water is possessed.
What do you mean you reckon somebody owns the water?
Nobody owns the water, wizard. Come on.
But it's not the possessive, it's possessed, as in has something within it. Like
Well, yeah,
there
there's
there might
heaps of stuff in the water. Look, there's fucking mosquito larvae fucking everywhere. Why am I swearing so much all of a sudden? Fuck.
I mean we're out of polite society, so beats me. There's clearly something more going on with the water though. Um,
Well,
so
that much is
uh,
true.
so something like might be controlling the water. See here, you can control the water to create all forms of shapes, and they're like pointing to different spells in their books that have like arcane illustrations of like the results of the spells. Um,
Hmm.
and then they're like flipping through different passages of just like water use and just rambling on for no reason. just to be like, there's something going on with this water. That's all I'm saying. There's clear sign of it. And I'm sure the wizard has will know what's going on.
Well, until we find out what's going on, we need to avoid wading into the water wherever possible.
Well, that'll be a bit hard for Maddie.
Could I use a weak move here
Sure.
and receive a demand from my patron?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
hear it.
Fucking gotta get me one of them water spells. You gotta get those water spells out of that book.
That's great. Yeah, so I think Belle takes point here, and I think it's gonna take like longer than we expected just to stay out of the deeper parts of the water. So, a lot of like taking the long way around like a flooded meadow and like
Yes, sticking to the shallows and higher bits.
Yeah, because we're taking the long way. I think Gawain's trying to continue this conversation about like magic and use of water. Uh, I don't know whether that counts as continuously debating a minor point or going on this tangent instead of giving a straight answer.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, doing some weak moves here.
Yeah.
I'm just a weak little guy
I think
trying to talk about magic.
you know how we're like D&D adventurers, right? It's definitely like got the 10-foot pole out and is poking ahead to see how deep the water is and like
Yeah.
Nah, can't go this way. It's getting a bit deeper here.
I think there's definitely a point where the pole gets grabbed by something and gets ripped into the water. And then Gwen goes over to look over, like try and get their pole back. But the water is just this very shallow pond.
No, I actually think this is probably a time to introduce something dangerous. I think you get yanked into the water and pulled under.
Yay!
What do you do next? Oh wait, who's getting yanked? Is it me?
No, it's me.
Yeah, I think Gwen has to be the one.
Yeah, I'm like trying to thoroughly investigate what's going on with this water. So yeah, yeah, I get yanked into the pool, and then I want to try and conjure, like a gust of wind is all that's coming to me, but like underneath me to try and propel me upward.
Yeah, some airbender shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blow yourself up into the air. Yep, out of the water.
Mitch, how does the unintended effects of my magic affect everyone else?
Oh, you blow like a shitload of water into the air. You just make God, and it doesn't stop either, right?
Yeah.
You've turned it on. Like this is my favorite thing when you're messing with magic is like duration, right? Because you're like blowing yourself into the air to get yourself out of that
propel
water.
Me forward. Yeah.
Like for an instant, right? But your spell book's wet. You were taken by surprise. You put way more force into it than you thought, and that force didn't result in you blowing, 50 feet into the air instead of 15 feet. It just resulted in that force running for the next 45 minutes instead of 45 seconds.
Definitely make like a water spout kind of action going on.
You've got a giant fountain going on that you're like floating on the top of now. And whatever's grabbed you has like been freaked out and let go, and we get like a shadow in the water disappearing. But now you're on top of a water spout.
Yep.
And I think it carries you like a good ways away from us. So you're kind of like separated and alone now.
Yeah. As I'm being like propelled into the air, you just see a water magic, and then I disappear into the tree lines.
I'm gonna get me some of that water magic.
Oh dear. Um. Yeah. So Gwen's all by themselves now, are they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Belle, what do you do?
Mm.
What do I do? I do my best to kind of like keep track of the water spout and uh just kind of like just go careening through the water after them. And like, the
Yeah.
water spout is just like tearing up plants and stuff.
Oh, the water's so muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can I do any of my strong moves to like get through this a little bit?
I think when you're in the water, that's your turn to feel some great mass underneath underneath the water.
I can see a strong move that Belle could use.
Yeah.
Fourth one down. And befriend the third thing.
Oh yeah, I could befriend an elemental. I could
And
also
like,
I was also
this,
thinking of like perceive and speak to the spirit of the landscape just to be like, but maybe an elemental would be better.
yeah, it turns out this thing that Gawain has conjured is not just like a wind spell. This water spout is an elemental,
Mhm.
or it
Mm.
wasn't intended to be, but it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Just kind of like,
yeah,
like eventually I like can catch up to it, and find some way to like calm it down to where like it'll like stop just running amok.
aha, mud.
What is it like? What does it look like?
Maybe you could sing to it. The form
Oh,
of
I like that.
air
Yeah.
elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
I think it
it's
looks like a tall, narrow fountain, like a narrow, tall stream of water that's going straight up. And then as you sing to it, like the harmonies make it wiggle in the like waveform.
mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. If either of you are, close enough to hear it, like Belle does have like a surprisingly like soft and tender singing voice.
Yeah. I am not, but that's wonderful to know.
Well, maybe
I re-
because like you're in the thick of the elemental itself, you do like hear it, even though you're kind of like
Mm.
being thrashed around by wind and water.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of like the druid running off like the waters like 3 centimeters deep, and then the warlock, who's not attuned to the land in the same way, is like slogging through knee deep water. Just
Yeah.
can't keep up. You're gone, and I'm just like splosh, 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 splosh. So yeah, miss out on the song.
But that is one of my tokens spent.
Yeah, cool.
But I think in this case it does just let Gwaine gently down in front of me.
Mm.
You all right, kid?
See, I told you, something was in the water. Ik, and I went up and and and
Easy,
cheers.
easy. Take deep breaths.
Magic is really cool. Um, and I think Gwayne's trying to like pick up all of his sopping wet notes that have fallen out of their book.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to rifle through to the air elemental, and then add more notes to the side
Mhm.
page.
Cool, we got an air elemental friend now. Sick. I think like we've gotten to the tower in that chase. You know, like
Mm.
push through the underbrush. And we're at the foot. Well, not at the foot, but like at the edge of the clearing that this tower stands in the middle of. That's just
It's basically a moat at this point.
it's basically a moat. It's like a giant moat. Like I think this tower was once sitting in the bottom of a valley, and that valley is now a lake. Like you can see
Uh-huh.
what is like what looks like is level with the water is not the ground floor but like the third floor. And you've
Mhm.
got windows too narrow for a person to get in.
Mm.
They're like those arrow slit windows. What's living in this? Like, what has moved in?
Giant sea
I'm thinking,
serpent.
yeah, sea
Mm.
serpent. I'm thinking like lizard men
Crocodiles.
or like frog guys, crocodile men.
Mm.
I think
Frog.
yeah, definitely frog. I think they're more like closer to like the base of the tower, and I think the sea like we just see the just like a bend of us like massive sea serpent like rising out of the water and like undulating in and out of it.
Hell yeah, love sea serpent.
Mm.
Well, conglomerate,
Maybe
it's
like
the
an
Wizard's
Eastern dragon.
Tower. We got you here safe and sound.
Yeah, pay up. Where's our money?
I think Gwen's kind of like struck with the tower's awe for a minute, and I think he's like they start to well up a little bit, like, oh my gosh, we're here, we've made it. I, I didn't. It's so cool.
Can we see the like water like pouring from the top of the tower?
Yeah, I think there's like maybe. So illustrated here for dramatic effect. I don't know if it's quite this bad, but I think there's just like every window is a rivulet, every window is a spout.
Mm-hmm.
I did have an amusing thought before that like there's a tiny little fountain where like a chimney would be coming out of the top of a chimney or something. Like
Oh yeah.
the water pressure in the
Oh,
top floor is
shit.
that high that
Yeah.
there's a little water spout coming out of the top of a chimney or something.
Oh my gosh, he must be a water mage.
Um, yeah, in my prep, I've called this a bog wizard's folly. So I might just chuck that on. If this was the title of an adventure, a bog wizard's folly.
But Belle can tell like from here that that tower is fucked.
Yeah,
And she is using the weak move and asking Gwaine, why should I stay? Why should I stay and clean up this mess?
I think because the wizard has um, information that you seek,
Hmm.
like your origins of being able to speak to the earth. You don't know where that comes from, I reckon.
Okay.
the wizard has so much knowledge. You said you were gonna come learn with me. There's something going on with the wizard if his chimney's turned into his water fountain. And also all those books are getting wet.
Yeah, I hope they're not. I hope they're vellum and not paper. Oh.
Hmm. Yeah, I like that. I definitely think Belle has like expressed interest in at least Gawain's magical power. Um, and I think, you know, is looking at Gawain, looks over at the tower, looks back at Gawain, and does have the moment of realization. It's like, if I'm not here, and just thinks back to like just what immediately happened. Is like,
Mm.
Gawain can't handle this on their own.
He's just a little guy.
So
He's just a little fella. Please, Belle, you said you would come read books with me.
I imagine the sun is starting to set too.
Yeah.
Or probably has already set, so it's like real dusky out.
Oh, all the frogs are going off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The cicadas have finished their
Crickets,
chorus, and
yeah.
the frogs are going off. Can I I'm gonna spend one of my tokens
Great.
Mm-hmm.
and ask Gawain.
Mm.
How can I get you to give me like a book of water spells? You know, if we go in there
Mm.
and help, if he get me one of these wizards, like a book of water spells from this wizard.
Madeline, are you going to become a water mage? Oh my god, that would be amazing! All three of us in the training together. Oh my god! And Gwen's gonna like link arms with everyone. I'm just like, we're gonna learn magic together.
And is the answer like be best friends? What?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be water magic books.
Yep.
It's gonna be in the library.
Yeah.
It's getting wet.
All right. Well, how do we get in then?
To get into a wizard's tower, you must solve the wizard's riddle. But I think this riddle is getting those frogs out of the tower.
Because I can just,
Yeah,
I can walk in the front door, but that's that big wet snake thing. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say,
what?
I think there's like a window that's just piled with frogs.
God, it's just there's like there's windows that like there's one window that water is leaking out intermittently because there's just like frogs crawling out of it, like they
I've got an idea.
like they only just fit.
I have an idea.
Yep.
What if? Because I got 2 tokens right now.
Yep.
And I could spend those to transform someone willing into another form.
Whoa.
How would you 2 like to become frogs? And just blend in and swim right on up to the tower.
Wow.
And don't worry about the snake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't snakes eat frogs?
That's where I come in. I'll deal with the snake.
2 tokens.
Oh man, I'm gonna get so many flies.
What? You're too into this. You're not supposed to want to eat flies.
Being a frog is being a little swamp guy. Yeah, so cool. I mean, not your sort of swamp, but like that nice mossy sort of swamp.
I'm wet enough as it is.
Yeah, no problem
I'm-
with it.
Yeah, cool.
All right, I'm gonna need a few minutes to prepare, and I need you both to be quiet, sit still until I'm done. And I think she just kind of like closes her eyes and just listens to the frog song and like, the sounds of the swamp and the lake. And
Hmm.
and when she like opens her mouth, it's still the kind of like gentle singing voice that she had, but it's the croaking of a frog also. And she kind of like walks in a circle around you two a couple of times. I think it's in like the certain number of steps around you both. And,
God, like the footprints that you leave behind in the mud are a frog's footprints and not yours.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she like crescendos the song and it just very briefly almost sounds like a howl. But it's only for a split second, and after that second, you're both frogs.
Hang on, I've got some mirror board stuff for this. Ready? Just for a split second.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Excellent. Thank you. So yeah. I think for simplicity's sake, you can still understand me and wait for me
Yeah,
to
what sort
draw the serpent away, and before you like head towards the tower. I promise I'll catch up.
Cool.
All right.
Love to promise somebody you'll catch up, and I'll deal with the sea serpent. I'll catch up when you have 0 tokens to do that with.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
It'll be fine.
Well, I guess you better hop to it. And then I hop away.
Bwop,
Wow.
bwop.
Yeah, Madeline and I definitely take just a couple of minutes to check out our frog voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Belle just dives into the water. If you wanted to just like have a quick scene about like marveling at the being transformed into frogs by your friends of druid magic, go ahead.
Yeah, what
Like-
sort of frogs would we turn into?
Oh.
Good question.
I have some
mean-
favorite frogs. Do you have favorite
Yeah, I was
frogs?
gonna
Does
say.
everybody not have favorite frogs?
Well, it's up to you two.
I love the classic green tree frog.
I'm a big
Let's
fan
go
of the
with it.
carpenter frog.
I gotta look this up. Hold on.
Hold on, are there any frogs with like blue spots on them?
That's good. That's a nice frog.
It is a nice frog. This is one that I think will have difficulty managing on the stream. But if you like Australian carpenter frog, and you look up the call, it sounds like somebody building a chair. The sound that the frog, the sound that the frog makes is called the carpenter frog because you hear its, you go, wow, that's a funny name for a frog, and then you hear its call, and it's like, oh, that sounds like somebody building a chair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they've got the yellow dots on their bellies. That's right.
But I think I should probably go with a frog that's a bit grosser.
Oh, words I love to hear.
Yeah, Mitch. What's that frog that has their babies on their back? That's what you need
I'm
to
not
be.
going with that one. I'm not going with that one. I'm gonna drop the name of this frog in the chat. There you go. That's the scientific name for this frog. So you can copy and paste that and drop it into images. It's the Lake Titicaca water frog. And they're also called the like the what's that other name for them? The scrotum frog. They've got all this extra. They got all this extra skin because they live at a high altitude, and because frogs breathe through their skin, they need extra surface area to get enough oxygen.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they're all gross and wrinkly looking. But they're also really good at swimming. They live deep in the water,
Mm.
which is thematically resonant for. Here you go. That's a good image. I'll drop this one on the mirror board. Boop. What's your frog face cast, Queen?
Oh, that's a delightful little freak.
Honestly, I'm very partial to the carpenter frog because of the little splotches.
Little spots.
Um,
Green and golden bell frog's a great one.
yeah.
That's a pretty magical looking frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the green and golden bell frog. Yeah, carpenter frog. We can go with the carpenter frog.
No, I'm happy with that green little fella.
Yeah.
Though instead of green, it's bright blue.
It's bright blue, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like looking at the hands and going wow, and like jumping in the water and swimming around, and
yeah, we're hopping over each other.
Yep.
Mm.
My skin is cold and wet and clammy, like it normally is.
I was going to say, so nothing's really changed.
Yeah.
I think Gwen's going on a small tangent about like experiencing temperature through a frog's perspective.
Right. And like being able to see the wavelengths of light differently.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, where's my big book in all of this?
True.
So yeah, Belle's gonna go deal with this serpent, but and are we gonna help distract the serpent? You reckon, or are we just gonna slip past?
Whoop.
Good idea, Madeline. And then let's start swimming towards the tower. It turns out I've just been talking to another frog.
Another frog. Yeah, Madeline's already left.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Madeline's already left.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Oh yeah, I'm like trying to coax this other frog, thinking it's Madeline, into the water. Being like, "Come on, we gotta go." Belle's waiting for
so
us.
Sorry, hang on. Where did I just save that to? Okay. Yeah, do we want more frog stuff, or are we moving on to this fight with the serpent?
I think let's go with the serpent.
Yeah, I think you two swim up to the like base of the tower, no problem. And
it's like
the frogs just kind of like eye you like strangers, but like you're frogs, so they're chill.
Yeah, squeezing under the gap under the door.
Getting those frogs' butts in there. Do we reckon the bottom of the tower is completely flooded?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. This is what I was distracted doing, is making a blue version of that frog. Very quickly and badly.
Oi.
Um,
I think as we get into, I can't look at this frog. I need to click off to somewhere else. I think as we go into the tower, there's that same sensation of the sensation that the room has just gotten a lot bigger, and instead of seeing the walls, it's just like murky darkness.
Like you were expecting this to be for your size, but it's like enormous because you're a little frog.
Yeah.
Or is it actually bigger on the inside?
I think we don't know.
Yeah, okay, nice.
And I think Madeline feels that same feeling of there's something moving in here, like she did before in the puddle.
Well, that's probably fine for you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Let's get swimming, I say to the non-Madeline frog.
I think it's probably like pretty easy for you to like find the like stairway up to what would be like the next floor that's like actually at water level.
Yeah, what's the inside of the bottom floor of this tower like? Like, what did the wizard use this space for?
I think it's simple but grand.
Like, is this like a meeting hall where you would
Yeah.
invite visitors?
Yeah, like it's pretty empty for like furniture wise, but there is small pockets or like nooks, like a few ornate chairs, maybe like a couple of bookcases that go from floor to the roof, but they're all like the really pretty versions of the novels. So like all of the volumes are matching, and it looks like they've never moved from the shelf. In fact, I think a few of them are just blocks that have been like made up to look like books.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah,
some,
and like
just like transfigured some rocks to look like fancy books.
yeah.
And,
It's
and
like
like
he wouldn't.
all of those rocks in the bookshelf is the only thing that's keeping the wooden bookshelf from floating to the ceiling like all of the furniture, or like all of the furniture has. And you've got all of these ornate tapestries hanging off the wall that are like half floating, reaching into the room like long quivering tendrils, and like the rug, where the rug has lifted, provides all these caves and crevices where things in the dark might lurk.
Oh, that's so true. That's so good. Yeah, so I feel like we're not trying to. Yeah, has Madeline actually caught up to me, or I'm still with this frog, right?
I think you scooch under the door into this grand entrance hall, and then there's a frog there that's like, "What took you so long?"
Wow, that was you must have hopped over me at one point, and then I look behind me, and see this, or like hear the frog on the other side of the door ribbit. I was like,
No, like the
me,
frog.
you got inside.
No, the frog that was behind you gets like got by a cormorant or something.
Gosh.
That's so mean.
You just like, you're. I thought that other frog was my frog, and then that other frog immediately gets gone.
That's pretty funny.
Oh dear. All right. Well, I guess we better find the staircase.
Don't you think we should wait for Belle?
I think there might have been the serpent hanging around in here, so Um, at least let's find like a little nook or something we can hide in,
Oh, a nook is it?
or a crevice.
Or a crevice?
Crevice?
No, I think Bella's still
Or a
outside.
crack.
Yeah.
I think
Or a niche?
is the entrance hall still underwater? Is the thing?
Entrance hall is still totally submerged. Yeah. Like, that's why I'm describing everything that's in here is like everything here that is floating is like up against the ceiling.
Probably would be good for you to get to like a dry floor to regroup.
Yes.
You reckon? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna there's a great the grand entrance hall stairs in the Titanic?
Yeah.
Do you know how big those actually are?
No.
Because like
At least one floor.
Yeah, there's a Titanic exhibition that does the rounds, with a whole heap of artifacts that have been brought up, and they have like a 1-to-1 exact matching replica of that grand entranceway stairs, and you see them in the Titanic movie, and you go, "Wow, that's so cool! Whoa!" And they do give you that sense of awe when you first see them in real life as well. And then there's a beat, and you go, "Wow, they're not that big, are they?"
Yeah.
Because especially when you're on the inside of a boat, like
Can only be so big.
Yeah, right. And so there's like a set of grand entranceway stairs that look resplendent and magnificent, and oh yeah, they're not that big, are they? And as we get to them, we come across the living imprints of magic left behind, and it's like two great big ranciers, two great big guards that stand by doors that cross their spears at you when you try and get past them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're a wizard, you don't need the guys to hold the sticks. You get the sticks to do that themselves.
Right.
Yeah. So, boof. The magic of this wizard knows that there's people here. Hey, you can't go this way. Crosses their swords in front of us.
Well, it's a good thing that we're so bloody tiny.
Yeah, okay.
I think
you can shed this froggy form whenever you want.
I mean, I have a strong move. Pass yourself off as someone or something else, so I could spend that and we could swim past them. And these, they're here to block people, and we're small enough that we don't fit the. We set them off detection wise, but we're too small that we can slip past them.
Yeah. I mean, I've also got a strong move to persuade someone with reason and logic, though I don't think the sticks count as someone.
No.
Yeah, I reckon I'm spending that token to pass ourselves off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Grain goes to try and present themselves as in front of the sticks, but then remembers they're a frog still.
He's like the little froggy hand over the little froggy wrist and kick, and just yoink.
Yeah.
And we get getting to the top of the stairs, and the top step is the edge is where the edge of the water is up on the next floor.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so we're probably good to go back into our normal selves then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it as we leave the water? We
that's
stand
good.
back into our normal bodies. We shed the water and we shed our froggy selves.
Nice. Oh, that means we're probably dry as well. Oh, thank goodness.
You might be dry. It's 6 o'clock. We've been gone for 2 hours. Do we want to? You guys ready? Would you guys like to take a break, or you could?
I think a break would be great. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I need to stretch.
All right.
Do you want to get 10 or 15?
I think 10 is fine.
Yeah. 15 just to be safe, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like everyone says 10 and then it just ends up having 15 anyway.
Very well.
I've been guilty of that before.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Jenna, are you ready to take us to a 15-minute break? Come back at a quarter past the hour? Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. I had my power go out just long enough for me to pile into the car to go find somewhere else to be, and then have my power come back on as soon as I pulled out of my driveway. So the 15-minute break became a half an hour break there, which was plenty of time for everybody to be donating. And I don't know if we've had any donations. What did I say it was before? We're sitting at $4,345.67 American at the moment. Do I just need to refresh the Tiltify? Is that my problem? That is my problem. We're at 454.67 now. We got a big donation. We got a $100 donation from Calamity Nolan. Thank you very much, Calamity Nolan.
Shout outs.
Which is double with our 2 times multiplier here. Very video gamey. Where from Anonymous? They're matching every donation until they get to $500. Which is awesome. Gonna have
Pretty good.
I might have to drop a donation after this. I also need to go buy the bundle, which you can find at the link from Fossabot there in the bottom of chat. She's got a whole heap of good games in it.
A little less than $500 to go till we hit 5,000.
That's true.
That's exciting.
Would love.
It's going to take your donations to get there, so
it's going to take your donations.
Open up your wallets.
Would love to get to $5,000 before the end. Even just not even all the way to 550, 500. Even just get to $5,000 by the end of this stream. That would be great. Yeah. I think where we left off was Belle was in the mouth of a sea serpent getting chewed up real bad. Just getting absolutely noshed on. And there was blood and bits. Half of you went one way and the other half went 2 different other ways.
Oh, not quite. I do think this is going to go pretty bad for Belle, though.
You need to go base mode?
Yeah, so here's what I think happens.
Yeah.
She's swimming through the water, gets the attention of the serpent, and she doesn't know that she doesn't have any tokens. She's gonna try and befriend this animal, speaking the name of beasts, or speaking the language of beasts, but she speaks the language of beasts, and critically, not the language of things that swim through the water. And this thing is a sea serpent which only swims, and it gets pissed.
Yeah, this is a sea serpent in freshwater too, so it's like double pissed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like trying to bite her, and when it realizes that that's not working, just kind of like gets its long serpentine body around her and just tries to drown her. And I think now that you two are on solid ground, on a solid floor in the tower, you can look out a window.
Can you feel that magic leaving us as well? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Probably not, but you can just see the water just churning out in the distance. And I think it's probably fully dark by now, and you see the serpent just shoot its head out of the water. You can, if you squint, you can probably make out a dark shape clinging to its neck, and then it just like the arc of a roller coaster just bends over and just plummets back down into the water, and it goes still out there. What do you do?
Wait, we gotta get in there.
All right, and I pick you up by your collar and I throw you out the window.
Is that really what happens?
God, can I use a weak move here?
What do you got?
Expose others to the horrifying darkness of your patron.
Go on.
and
Go
the water
on.
and the water fills with the drowned.
Oh.
Mm.
Just like I call upon like like it's like it's like somebody turns on a UV light and you see a painting that's painted on the wall in sunscreen or something. You know,
Hmm.
it's just every body of water has stuff that's drowned in it. You know, and like this is water from another plane, so there's probably like
Mm.
freaky extraplanar like fishmen that have drowned in.
Mm.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Fishmen don't drown.
Fishmen
Like,
don't
yeah,
drown, really.
I'm picturing like from Lord of the Rings the Bogmire folks, you know,
Okay,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah.
just reaching out of the murk. Like
Mm.
this could be you as well here. Um,
Uh-huh.
and just like uh, you need to you like fucking get on with it because this isn't helping. This is you seeing like my patron is hanging around, following me, right? Sees the
Mhm.
horror. I'm just getting a token because I'm getting a token, and maybe you can use this as an opportunity to like, to react or like the sea serpent spots other prey, you know.
Mm.
But the the water is full of the dead.
Mm.
As Wayne splashes in next to you.
I think
Wayne, what do you do?
yeah, I'm going to experiment with forces I don't understand without proper preparation again.
Hell
And
yeah!
I'm gonna try and do some water manipulation magic. Um, I'm going to try and put up like a water wall in front of us between us and the serpent. And try and like give
So
the
like ice?
serpent yeah, like try and slow down the serpent so we can get out of the water.
I thought you two are in the tower, and I imagine it's like, like a good like 100 meters out, like from the tower, like just in the water is where like you
Mm.
last saw the serpent and hopefully Belle.
God, do we get like
Okay.
the cool ice spike shooting through the water? Sorry, you said ice. You said water wall, and like
Mm.
a solid wall made me think of ice, but like it doesn't have to be that if you want. But like,
No, hold on. Yeah, if I'm a little bit away from so Belle and the serpent went under the water. Is that what we're saying, or just
Yeah,
Belle?
yeah,
Right.
both.
Oh, but yeah,
So
both.
like you can't see either of them
presumably
anymore.
the sea serpent's trying to drown them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um.
Content warning for water stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of been all over this particular game.
Yeah.
um. I want to make a darkness move.
Interesting.
In before Gwen gets to do anything. Actually, I want to take something important from Belle. I think
Oh.
just with like the serpent driving Belle down into the deep. Like there's something that Belle lets go of. I'm just not sure whether it should be physical or like a mental hope.
Can I suggest something?
Mm,
A facade of humanity.
Yeah,
mm,
that's probably it. I have a good idea of how this goes.
yeah, like being drowned causes you to go a bit feral, and so you lose a bit of
Yeah.
your humanity in order
Mm-hmm.
to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very reluctant to do it, but I think, it's dark. I think the moon has like probably just barely risen enough over the horizon, and for the
To hit the
purposes of
water.
having a fun time, full moon.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think Madeline does her thing and just kind of like shrugs and says like, it's up to Belle now. Like we should keep moving up the tower.
Oh, Jesus.
But it doesn't take
do you think
long. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, like, do we see like a bubble or like a ripple happen under the water then? Like once you
Yeah.
transform and get a bit more feral.
Mm-hmm. Because
Yeah.
I think maybe you get like another floor or two up, and like maybe you try and like go back to another, like try and find another window to get like a higher vantage point of the situation. But careening through the wall of the tower is the head of this serpent, and as the dust clears, you see just a monstrous form kind of like rise up, its jaws clamped around the neck of this dead serpent. And for you, Gwaine, I had this idea of one night while you were traveling towards the wizard's tower alone, you woke to the howling of a wolf. Its yellow eyes pursued you until the dawn, but with your magical cunning, you escaped unharmed. That was when you'd probably decided to enlist Belle and Madeline's services to help guide you to the rest of the way towards your destination. And now those same eyes are again glaring upon you. What do you do?
I think I want to scream out that Belle has been eaten by by another monster.
Double monster.
But I think like you having just transformed, I think there might be like some lingering arcana traces that are like coming off you. I think Gwaine can like see that, or like that transformation magic being like dispelled or like shedded.
Mm-hmm.
And and I have the tokens for it, so I'm going to deduce a hidden truth, which is that Belle is indeed that monster. So I'm going to spend
Great.
that token. So huzzah! I think Gwaine is a bit in awe, like he was with the tower, in seeing this magic around you, and also you are of a magical creature. And I think after a second of like he comes back to reality, I think he starts like cheering because he's just like, Belle, that was so cool. You're magical. And I'm like trying to pull Madeline like to the window, trying to get her see this. I'm just like, look, Belle did it! Oh my god, she did it!
I mean, I think I'm in the room with you right now because I said that me and the serpent came like crashing through the tower.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were seeing this like through the window.
Have you killed the serpent? Yeah.
Yes, serpent dead.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna follow this up, spend a token to make someone feel accepted, and just like even though you're in beast mode, just go in for a big hug, big wet cold hug.
We're all wet buddies together.
Even though we're like water, the smashed open side of the tower, water is now cascading over the side as it leaks from gaps in the ceiling of whatever room we're in. And yeah, standing the water, like our feet in the water, creating trails and rivulets, and yeah, big pat on the back. You smell awful.
Her eyes just kind of like flick towards you, annoyed. and I think shakes you off really, and I think like tries to like go to pounce on Gwaine,
Ah,
seemingly
yeah, so he's
attracted
like,
to the magical power that Gwaine possesses.
mm. Yeah, Gwen's been like jumping up and down this whole time, so Belle probably wants them still for a second as well.
Mhm.
Um, um, sorry, I'm just looking at now the moves. What are you? Are you trying to attack me or something?
Yeah, I am trying to attack you or something.
Oh, sick. I don't think Gwen recognizes that. I think you're. I think they think you're caught up in the um, like the excitement of the transformation. So Gwen's just like, oh my gosh, Mel, this means so much. The wizard's gonna. Oh my gosh, he's gonna. Why are you hurting me? Ah, that's my arm. Oh, the wizard's gonna be so good. Look, oh, I can see it. I see a book on transformation, and I'm like trying to like drag my arm so your head looks to the direction of a book that I'm seeing on the shelf.
Ugh.
Did you say that was a move,
um,
Ollie?
no, that's not the move. I think I probably could spend another um hold on, yeah, let me read this list so I can actually do something. Uh, spend token to ask for help. That's funny.
Yeah,
Um,
you can't do it unless you've got a token. That's the kind of character the wizard is, you know.
yeah, that's cool. Oh well, I think I can persuade someone with reason and logic though. So so
Put a fact and logic
as
your way out of getting eaten
yeah.
by a wolf.
Yeah, exactly. Of like, as I'm like rambling of like how exciting it was, Gwen's talking of all like the magical elements of transformation and like what sort of schools you could tap into, and just going on little rants of um, like tapping into that. Maybe there's something more to than just being a beast. And trying to appeal to that tiny bit of humanity that might still be left that he definitely doesn't know just got stolen away.
Hmm. I think you spent a token, so I think this has to work. And
Yeah.
um, I think I think Belle does calm down for a moment, and isn't like trying to actively like eat you or anything, and just kind of maybe looks a little like wet and sad again. And
Yeah. Maybe it turns into a bit of play fighting because you're like trying to wrestle me around and then I'm trying to wrestle you back around so you're looking at the things that I'm pointing at and then you flip me
Mhm.
back over and bite my leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the token that I got in the sea serpent
Mm.
fight to when I you know spoke to nature and have it drastically misunderstand, and I'm gonna use a strong move to ask Gwaine, what does home mean to you?
Wow.
Mm. Oh, it's the people that are around me.
It's not where your books are.
It's not
Um,
sorry.
no,
Wizard
it's
burn.
it's like folk magic of like the magic that we do together is better. Um,
Hmm.
like coming from a magical family. Um, yeah, all the answers are in the books, but it's because of the people that have written those books. Um, like that's the only reason those books exist is because of people who have written them. And there's a magic in that of connection. Um, and also, yeah, you gotta have a tower to be a wizard, and you gotta have your books to be a wizard.
Uh, I think Belle just kind of gives an approving hoof, or maybe like a bemused hoof, and like gets off of you. And I think it's this moment where it kind of dawns on her that she can't like actually transform out of her werewolf form.
Oh.
Uh, but
I think Gwen's, now that you calmed down and maybe gotten off on them, Gwen's maybe like poking and prodding of just like, wow, do you have to eat different things now that you're a wolf? Are you obligor what's the word?
Obligatory?
Obligate carnivore? Yeah. Do you have to
Obligate.
eat me? Is that why you were trying to eat me? Are you trying to eat me?
she like starts like barking and growling, like trying to like speak, but she's speaking the language of beasts.
Mm.
So like she realizes that that's not working and thinks again.
Can I spend a token?
Sure.
Use an Eldritch connection to call forth forbidden or forgotten knowledge and translate.
Yeah, well, I
Whoa.
was gonna start speaking the like language of the slumbering earth, and when I had asked Gwaine for a reason to stay, they had said that in the wizard's tower was the knowledge of the knowledge
The
about the
answer.
slumbering earth and its language. So maybe there's enough of a connection there to where you can understand me if I speak like that.
I mean, yeah, I'll just have yeah. I'll spend the token, and like if you speak this, yeah, and
Right.
it's forbidden for me because it's like it's the language of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not where my power is drawn from. What am I translating for Gwaine here?
What does she say? It definitely sounds like deep, resonating in the chest, a little mournful too. But I think Belle thanks Gwaine for kind of like bringing her back from just like succumbing to being just a total animal. Oh, excuse me. And you know, kind of just like we can figure it out later, but we've got a tower to finish exploring, so let's get a move on.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. We need to definitely find the wizard now. Oh my god, we've got so much to tell him. I wonder if he knows that there's a serpent in his basement.
I'm going to introduce a mystery here.
Excellent.
From the Arcane playbook. And I think it's just like it's climbing the tower, and it's this is a little bit of we are professional. I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say professional. We are experienced. Like
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of dungeoneering and Gwaine's deciphering arcane runes to prevent doors from exploding us when we try to open them, and Belle Belle using beast form to like break open a wall in the floor above us, so all the extra water spurts out the side instead of us opening a trapdoor from below and having us get completely blasted by water.
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. And then we come out onto the roof
Oh.
where there is an orrery without getting to the wizards in it. Like, we skip several floors, essentially. Like, you look out the window. You know how you go up a tower and your perception shifts, your point of view changes as you ascend the tower.
Yeah.
There is a discrepancy in how high we are all of a sudden. We go straight from floor 5 to the roof, where there should have been floor 6, 7, 8 as well. There is a massive orrery on the top of the tower, and like sundial-y bits. And probably a telescope. You got to put a telescope on top of a wizard tower, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
big observatory.
Um, I kind of want to put an NPC up here as well.
I was just thinking, there's like the most hunched over short ass butler that's like using the servant passages throughout the tower.
What about a stork? What about, okay, Porque no los dos. A talking bird, a stork, right?
Great.
That is that is the butler.
and a homunculus, right? Like a little artificial man that's I'm picturing like I'm picturing a Nothic. I like the idea of wizards having Nothics as assistants, like a D&D ass Nothic with one big freaky eye. I'm pulling up an image. Just, hey, Wizards of the Coast, just be chill. Just like that. And definitely like the Boy and the Heron vibes, with just like a stork who's up here who can talk for sure.
What is this? Why have you intruded upon my master's domain? State your business.
Are you the wizard's familiar?
Familiar? I'm way more familiar with the master of this place than you could ever be, whelp. State your business.
That's right. Gawain fixes up his cloak and does the big bow he gave to Holiday. My name is Gawain Conglomerate, and I've been sent here to apprentice under your master.
The stork just starts laughing.
'I've got his official seal and everything. As son of Philip Conglomerate, I've been sent here.
That's a wolf, not a seal.
I think the little Cyclops freak takes your letter and like opens it and like holds it out to the stork to read. Stork doesn't have hands to do it, obviously.
Oh my god! And then Nothic doesn't have these glasses. Well, he's glass, I guess.
Gawain offers their glasses.
The stork reads the letter aloud. I mean, is this where we reveal like the fact that, like, on the DL, the reason this magic's gone awry is because the wizard is gone. Are they gone?
Someone's gonna have to ask that.
Well, this is all well and good, but there ain't nothing you can do about it right now. Wizard ain't here.
Do you expect your master to return soon? There's an epidemic happening in the town. That would most appreciate his attention.
He was supposed to be back on the morrow.
I thought you were a stork.
Thank you, Ollie. The morrow is her bird. I love that stupid joke. Well, the morrow's not back either.
Is there a way to send word to them?
I don't know, is there? You're the wizard.
Oh, that's right. And Gwen starts going through their book.
And Madeline, like, you've got the book open, and Madeline just like zoop right up next to you, like looking over the shoulder, little hand, little wet hand, little wriggly fingers.
Magic.
Just hang on, no, just have a look at that one, see if the answer's on that page, eh?
Yeah. No. That's how to make water spouts. We don't want that.
Oh, but what if we could put a message in a spout?
No. I think I'm going to experiment with forces again.
Yep.
And try and send out like a magical mental beacon to find out where the wizard's gone. Miranda, how are these unintended effects affecting us?
What unintended effects for experimenting with this mental beacon?
Yeah, I'm like sending out a telepathic spell.
It's not
that I have
telepathic.
not tried again.
It's not telepathic. It's just really, really loud.
Well, I mean, you know, the three of us, the players, do know that there is like a portal to some kind of fucked up water plane going on here, and I think that your like beacon like goes through that portal and, you know, gets the attention of something from the other side.
Oh yeah, you're sending the message through the portal. Yeah, cool.
I think I might make a darkness move with that then.
Yeah.
I think all of us hear a reply. And it's the feeling of something's coming.
So that's foreshadow a threat?
Yeah. Foreshadow threat. Hold on, let me think about this for a second. I think what Gwen hears back is like a thunder shock of I don't want to say like heavy footprints, but that's like the sort of booming feeling I want to come across, like that the ground trembling shock.
Just like a wave crashing at the same time as like a thunderclap and like impacting, just like a boom.
I think the tower shake.
Oh, for sure.
Just a deep, terrible rumble that we feel like in the stones around us.
Just like the whole, like just like it got picked up a centimeter and dropped.
Yeah, Yeah, that's it. Um,
God, and you see the ripples out from the tower in the water, like
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
the the wind starts to pick up.
Mm. Well, someone's coming, and it was from the water plane, so it must be the wizard. Um, so I reckon we can do something about this water. Um, uh, could you show me to the wizard's library, please? I might be able to clear some of this water out or redirect it.
Very good. Making yourself useful and cleaning up the place before the master's return. Very good. I will show you the way. Of
Can I use an arcane move here?
course.
Complicate somebody's attempt at magic. Complicate our attempt to get to the library. as the Nothic well, just the library is this way, and then there's like the sound of stone scraping against stone as part of the outside of the wall of the tower collapses, and just a torrent of water bursts out the side of the tower, filled with the library.
Oh.
Ah.
What? There goes the library. I was wondering which room was going to give out first. Books floating in the lake below.
Oh, that's right. I did that wick move, so I get that token. So,
Yeah, true.
do you reckon Madeline had a like reaction feeling that boom come from the water plane? Do you think? Do you reckon her patron is from the water plane, or is just from somewhere
I
else?
don't. No, I think they're from somewhere a bit spookier.
Somewhere a bit
I think
deeper.
A bit deeper. Maybe they're from It's probably a mixed bag. Like they have business in both. I don't have any tokens right now.
An easy way to get your token is to have your patron give you something to do or something that it wants. Yeah, receive a demand from your patron.
Yeah, I could. I like the
Maybe use one of our lures as well.
Yeah, do you guys have any ideas for how my patron what my patron would want from me right now? Oh my god.
I think it's either
I have an idea.
She wants an arm.
All right, let's hear your idea first, and I'll tell you my two.
They want another servant, and they want me to drown the Nothic.
It's pretty funny. Now, hold on, I have to sneeze again.
I reckon she'd
False alarm. Okay. I think it needs to be more personal.
I don't think she would want someone drowned, because that half the town drowned by the sounds of it.
Yeah. I think she might want you to offer yourself up to the portal and become her agent in that particular plane of water.
Yeah, right. Yep, I got to get some water spells and I got to get through that portal. Yeah, cool. I'm down for that. How do I get that message? Oh, I have an idea of how we get that message.
Mm.
Like I look at the books floating in the water, the paper and the notes and the furniture, and it's like spelled out. Like I see it spelled out in alphabet soup. You know, you see
Oh, that's so silly. I love it.
it is. That's welcome to playing games with Mitchell.
Hmm.
Because I have goofy ideas. I'm not good at doing horror and darkness. I've always got a goofy suggestion. Oh my
Horror
fuck.
is goofy.
Yeah. Fuck me. All right. Bloody hell. So are we getting so that the library is one of the floors that we couldn't get to. So does that give us an opportunity? Are we going down and looking for these spells, or are we trying to get to the portal? I think that's Madeline asking that in character of like, well, how about we split up? How about we split up?
Belle shakes her head. Does not want to split up.
Does Belle say the line, "Don't split the party"?
No.
Well,
Just kind of like maybe like takes both one of your hands and like each of her claws. Is like kind of like forces them together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Mads, you seem more capable in the water, but you can't just go swimming in the sea without having a way back.
Without my floaties? What do you mean? What?
Well, we don't know what's in the water element plane, so
Not a sea serpent anymore. I'll tell you that.
Let's see if there's some more spell books that we can get, and that hopefully leads us to the wizard. Maybe there's some notes in the books that the wizard's left behind to tell us where he's gone.
That's a good idea. I'll go get some spell books. And swan dives off the top of the tower into the lake.
Excellent. What's the stork's name?
Ooh, hang on.
Is it Bartholomew?
It's Episcopalian. It's Episcopal. Oh.
Maybe not.
No.
Try something a little easier, maybe.
Episky.
Episcopolis. There we go. Episcopolis.
I'm calling you Episkis.
Just looking at the scientific name for the Asian woolly neck stork, Cisonia episcopus, and going, yeah, it's Episcopolis.
Episcopolis. So.
And the Nothic's name is Mike.
I think Belle is gonna try and like go to Mike, and since it's like a weird freak, seems to like probably have like lived in a cave at least at some point, kind of bestial. Maybe there's enough of like a common ground to speak a language here between them. And I was trying to ask it, where is all this water coming from? There has to be a source in this tower, and I want to see it.
Oh yeah, all right. What was the voice you were doing for Mike?
I didn't do a voice for Mike. I was doing a voice for the bird.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was also trying to do the voice for the bird. Oh, yeah, he's down here. Oh, look at my little freak. Oh.
Oh, I'm just a little freak.
My name's Mike, and I know how to get the water turned off. He's just in the tower, you see. Yeah, that's where it's just overflowing a bit, just a little bit, just a hell of a lot. Yeah. You get us down into the hole where the library broke, and then we'll get back in and have a look.
All right. What's this freaking portal look like? Other than just like a torrent of water gushing out of thin air.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is it like? I don't want it to look like a Minecraft portal. I kind of also don't want it to look like a big overflowing bowl. Like my first thought was like a
Mm.
big hemispherical silver basin that's just overflowing massively. Or like
Yeah,
a
I was
mirror, or
thinking.
like a
Yeah, I was thinking
mirror,
an
or
upright mirror. Yeah.
yeah,
I was thinking, I had the idea just now of like, it's a little hard to picture, but like, what if a sphere was like a faucet and it's just like shooting out from all directions?
yeah.
So like straight down, around the sides, spraying up into the air.
I can picture exactly what you mean. It's just like it doesn't even look like anything. It's just like what if a point in nothing had water? What if you had like a bead of water hanging in the air that was just shedding more water? Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's sick.
yeah, um, yeah. Uh,
The water on that thing's cooked.
Belle just kind of like scratches her behind her ear. Doesn't really know what she was expecting to figure out by getting a look at it, but
yeah. Um. So I think Mads is Madeline's down in the water, swimming around. You know, picking out pages and books and like, where's Gwaine?
Um, oh, I do have a token. Telekinesis is not really conjuring, is it?
no.
No. 'Cause
Um,
I thought it'd be funny trying to get the books up out of the water.
Is that because that's the kind of magic?
No,
you
yeah,
can do.
I feel like there's a spell wanting to happen here, but I just don't know what it is.
Um, sorry, let's look at the kind that conjures but cannot control. Is it like conjuring things to carry stuff up to you? You know, like
Yeah, like hidden servants.
like hidden
Um,
servants. Yeah,
mm,
like conjuring frogs from up out of the water to carry stuff up
mm,
the side of the tower in their mouths.
mm. First thought was I conjure up a bunch of wicker baskets, so therefore you can like just scoop up a bunch of books.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then all the water
Um,
drains out of the wicker.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend a token and perform a spell um to conjure up a bunch of baskets and nets so we can start scooping up out of this library.
What about these baskets is uncontrollable?
Just the sheer number of them, I think, or maybe that some of them are just too large and like all three of us have to drag it up.
No, they're just like if you're not careful and you don't grab them, they just keep going up.
As
Like
in
you
the
miss.
baskets are floating. Yeah.
Yeah, the baskets are the baskets float up. They're made out of
I
like
like
the
that.
cat.
I
They're made
also
out of the
like
cattails
them
and the
being like.
reeds.
I also
You-
like them being just like a lot of them like bubbling up out of the water like sea foam.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you just kind of like see some like start floating away out into the lake and like getting caught by the like flow of like whatever like rivers have formed. They'll probably show up in that town at some point.
Mm.
And they're just gonna be like, "Ah, hell! Now we're gonna have a plague of baskets."
Yeah, I
I like
love that.
I like the idea of like the tower from the distance, backlit by the moon, and you see the baskets floating up and then floating past, and there's like a little trail of baskets up into the sky, like hot air balloons or something. But
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good.
baskets floating down river is great too. It's just like, yeah, if you miss them, you've got notes and like a book of magic spells about all the best fishing spots floating
Mhm.
down the river that some villager finds.
Yeah, and you know what? Hopefully, like there are some notes about like controlling water that like one of the villagers can get and like help with their whole deal.
Yeah, hopefully.
But anyway, what do we learn and what are we gonna do about this portal now? Obviously Madeline wants to go through it
Oh,
and
Madeline's totally like in the chaos of collecting all these books, like stuffed notes into their
Mm.
pockets and clothes, right? Like they've definitely folded a couple of pieces of paper up and stuffed them into their boots.
Mm.
Secreted away a couple of spells.
Mhm.
I think if something from our plane goes through the portal, I don't think it will be possible to close it.
Damn.
And I think it's Gwaine that learns this.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
going through all the notes of anything that goes through the portal must return.
Maybe not quite, because, like, how do we get all of this water back into the portal to close it? I mean, I guess we could use magic
Uh,
for that. But that's going to be, like, a substantial amount of magic.
Oh, we could
using
drink it.
magic.
But, like, it's one thing
Um,
if, like, something has, like, come through one way, but if something goes through another, that's enough of, like, a sympathetic link between the two planes that, like, the portal can't close. But as long as it's, like,
Oh,
one
yeah,
thing
okay.
to the other, like, it's still not a strong enough connection and it can, like, be cut off.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're talking about now.
I mean, unfortunately, we have like over half an hour left.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I do have a strong move that's just do something impossible.
Going in and getting that wizard.
My first thought was drink the portal.
Oh.
But like, I do like the idea of figuring out whether or not we can close the portal, figuring out whether or not the wizard is on the other side of the portal by closing the
Oh,
portal.
yeah.
Mm,
Because if the wizard's out there and gone through the portal, we can't close it at all. Or
Mm.
we can close it by doing something impossible. But if the wizard's just like gone to the shops and gone to buy milk, gone to buy a carton of milk and never come back,
Oh, that's so funny. And he's literally just left the tap on.
just left the tap on, then we can close it. Then we can close it without any trouble.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I'm sick of
Alright.
the light. I'm gone.
I need to get a token somehow that I can leverage here. Gwaine, what about me makes you uncomfortable? I've kind of been under, the kind of like Belle attacking you kind of like, kind of came and went, but like is there anything like lingering there that like makes you uncomfortable or anything like that?
Yeah. The wet fur makes you look like a swamp monster a bit. And
What makes you uncomfortable? You look like shit.
yeah, you look a little bit like shit, honestly. And you're dripping water everywhere, and I think Gwaine's mind is just like protect the books, like make sure they don't do that dog thing where they like slap themselves about and get everything wet.
That's great. Great answer. Great.
I'll ask a question back to Belle.
All right.
Why do you resent me? Been trying to eat me.
It's true.
Perhaps the control of magic.
Maybe it's your. I mean, you haven't really demonstrated particularly adept control over magic. But I do think it's more like you know exactly where you want to be.
Hmm. Dang. I want to be in this wizard tower with my best buds.
And you know, I do think that like there's that and like you know, the like expectation that Bella's gonna stay or would even want to stay here.
Mm.
Like I think like
Um,
while we're trying to like compile all this information, you sometimes just see Belle just like distractedly looking up at the moon and just kind of like you know, feeling its pull to like get her away from here.
Well, when we figure this out, this place has been pretty messed up by all this water. Like, things are definitely out of whack as far as, you know, all the animals and plants go. So, the land's going to need a guiding hand to come back into balance. So, having a druid around would probably help that run a lot smoother with a lot less heartache. Madeline says, offering you a reason to stay.
It is a good reason to stay. You can take a token for that.
Gaming.
That's gaming, baby.
That's gaming, baby.
All right.
Get tokens. I've got one for Gawain too. If I can just put two back to back.
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna come to you and ask for knowledge or an explanation. Is there a way? Would it be possible? I don't know. I know you know about conjuring, and part of conjuring surely must contain banishment, right? As like a flip side of the coin, right?
Oh, I haven't quite gotten to that yet, but I'm sure there's some notes in here around that.
Do you reckon we could?
Through his book.
What would happen? Do you reckon if we banished a portal to the elemental plane of water? What if we banished the portal to the elemental plane of water?
Oh, it could work. Probably also help trying to banish all this water back to the elemental plane.
That's a bloody big spell, though. I thought just
that's just calling stuff back home, though. That's just sending out a little beacon to call everything back in. You know, like
I could probably handle that part.
Yeah, like how you call chickens back in. You know, and with the special chicken whistle.
All right, I want to get a token too, and
you got a
chicken get another whistle? Token too.
Well, yeah, it's imbued with chicken magic. Surely you know that. Good old farm magic.
I only know about dead people drowning kind of magic.
Right. Belle communicates that it might be possible for her to call the water back into the portal. with some doing.
Oh yeah, with your nature magic. Yeah. Gwen's gonna start looking for some nature books as well.
Okay.
And it's all just like terrapin species of the southwest. It's all
While
field
Gwen
day.
goes off to do that, Belle just kind of like starts talking to Madeline like, it's gonna
How-
confide.
Sorry, Miranda.
What
How
does
many
it say
tokens are you
specific-
supposed to have?
Wolves.
I have one right now, and I'm gonna get
One,
another
yeah. In a
uh,
second, yeah, cool. Just
for your
because you're not.
lure.
Yeah, just because I keep
Mm.
forgetting to move your tokens around. Sorry to interrupt.
But like, part of the reason why I'm reluctant to stay here is that I want Gwen's magical power for myself. And I'm gonna have to eat them to do it. I would have to eat them to do it.
Oh, that'd be
And
fine. That'd be all right.
I feel I worry that the longer I stick around, the more I'm going to feel that hunger, and I don't want to hurt them in that way. That's my forbidden desire. Is that
I was just gonna say that.
Eat
I
them.
hunger for Gwen's magical power.
Cool.
The power within them that doesn't come from books. That comes from them.
From devouring.
Just it's normal for girls.
Oh, true.
Yuri moment. Sorry. All right. Okay, hang on. So wait, what do you want? Why do you want to eat them? Because you want their power.
That's right.
Hmm.
I'm gonna interject in this conversation
Yep.
to seeing we're scooping up these tokens. And I come back with a bunch of books and like shove them onto Belle. I'm just like, see, oh my gosh, I said the wizard would have all these answers. Oh my gosh, there's one on druid magic, and then there's one that says plants on it. I'm sure there's going to be the language about plants on there, and like just like shoving all these books onto you, of being like, yeah, no, you can learn this sort of stuff. Look.
I'm gonna spend one of my 2 tokens that I have now to find something that makes me feel at home. And it is just Gwen's like utter enthusiasm about like, knowledge and learning that, does make me feel like I could stay here. Just like utterly getting swept up in their enthusiasm.
Yeah, that's a great man.
I think I have an idea. Not about the water portal. That seems to be so.
We gotta find this wizard. We gotta find the wizard.
Yeah, I think, and like Madeline, Gawain's like wandering around the library saying that to themselves. We gotta find the wizard. We gotta find the wizard. And and Madeline's like, whispers to Belle like, "This wizard's totally dead, right?"
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know where. We haven't found his body yet, but like, look at this place. That wizard's dead as a door.
And there's like Madeline's flipping through the books, and I'm spending a token. I'm spending a token to use my Eldritch connection to call forth forbidden or forgotten knowledge. And like a book floats past me in the water that's open to like how to make a simulacrum, which is a spell that
Mhm.
wizards use to like make a duplicate of themselves to help with spellcasting or like to be able to cast more spells in a day. To just
Yeah.
like get more shit done, make a copy of themselves.
No,
Do you
don't
reckon?
tell me.
What if we? Do you reckon we could cut? Do you reckon? I reckon we could do this to Gwaine without them knowing, and then you just every time you get a little hungry to eat a Gwaine, we just make a copy of Gwaine while they sleep, and then you eat the copy. What do you reckon? Go on.
I thought you were gonna say that you were gonna summon a copy of with the wizard and like do some kind of arcane weekend at Bernie's type maneuver
Ooh, that's even better. Let's do that.
to
Quick.
get Gawain off of this track of trying to find this wizard who is dead.
Well, the wizard can close the portal too. Quick, help me find a ruby. There's got to be a ruby around here somewhere. Where they what? And then-
No,
yeah.
I like the idea of like sucking all this water back up into the portal and then just banishing the portal back to its own plane.
Well, I'm gonna go find the ruby, and
Alright.
and Mads. I think I saw. Were there gemstones in the orrery? I'm gonna go check to see if Mars was like a ruby or something,
Mm.
and leaves. Pisses
Oh,
off.
we going back into the tower?
We're-
Yeah, I
we're-
think we've
Yeah.
got enough material to go back into the tower and try stuff. And then Grain like scoops Madeline up, like in an arm length to pull her because she's got a bunch of books as well. So gonna help her get back into the tower. And while we're like walking back into the tower, I'm just gonna ask Madeline of like, oh, you,
About the
do you
Yuri
think it
moment.
would be do you think it would be a good idea if we went into the major's bedroom? Maybe he had like a personal study or something. Maybe he had some secrets in there that we could probably get.
Is this a move?
Yeah, yeah. This is my forbidden desire to have a freaking sneak around,
Have a sneaky peek.
have a sneaky peek.
All right.
To go beyond authority lines.
Like I think it nearly slips out, and like Mad says, "Well, yeah, they're probably not going to mind if they're I mean, if they're not here,
If they're out.
if they're out of time."
Do you reckon? Oh, you got us past those the sticks before. Do you reckon you could get us past the Cyclops? I'm sure he's the one keeping an eye
I'm
on
sorry,
everything.
what the Cyclops? Oh wait, the little guy. Yeah.
The little guy,
Ooh.
you know.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. A Cyclops is a one-eyed creature, most likely, often
was
found
thinking
in myths.
I was thinking of the giant guy, you know, from myth, from the stories.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
but you know, yeah, that term can be put across it anything, you know.
Anyway, that little guy. Yeah, okay. The
that
monocular,
little guy.
our little monocular friend. Um, the yeah. Do you want me to just like keep the Nothic distracted while you break into the bedroom?
I think. Want us to sneak past again, like we did.
Yeah, cool.
With the guard sticks.
God. I'm gonna spend a token to curse somebody. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure the Nothic's somewhere else, and we cut to the Nothic like in the tower, like walking laps around the portal, like scratching his head, trying to figure it out, and then just like bloop, gets pulled by something into the water. just getting disappeared into the water. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, I'm sure the Nothics will be plenty distracted. I'm sure Mike.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
that's
Mike
great.
won't. I'm sure Mike won't bother us. I keep forgetting they have a name.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. The way that you got it, got us past that that magical enchantment. Oh, that was so cool. I wonder what sort of spell the mage got put on. Oh my gosh, maybe it's in his study. Oh my gosh, we got to go right now.
We open the door. I think it's like on the same floor that the portal was in, right? It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, or like above it, I think. Surely
above it,
the
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, he's got like a little nook up there. He's got like a little like you go up a little ladder into a little loft bedroom bit. It's behind curtains and it's all plush and cushiony. It's like one of the few dry places in this tower because it's above the portal.
I really want us to find a note being like, gone out of town for a week.
I wanted to go way sadder and we find him just like passed away in his sleep or something.
Oh. Do you have a move to make that happen?
I made complicate someone's attempt at magic, complicating Gawain's apprenticeship. There's nobody here to apprentice with. Like the wizards passed away before you could take up your apprenticeship. What do you do next?
I think that's got to be the move. Yeah.
I mean, I could introduce a mystery and say that the wizard's just, gone somewhere and you have to go track them down to start your apprenticeship. But I don't know. It's the last day. You get a little bit melancholy. You get to the melancholy stuff on the last day. We got 15 minutes left to wrap this up. We close out the mystery with, there they are, in their little Christmas Carol ass pajamas with the hat with the big long tassel on it and the
Gosh.
but it's all got stars and moons on it. Purple with stars and moons on it, but it's like the long tasseled hat. It's like a sleepy wizard cap. And they're cold and they're been here for a couple of days and
don't want to necessarily zoom in on the details of this guy's dead body. So,
yeah, that's fair. That's
I don't
fair.
know, that's
Wayne,
my
how do you
thing.
feel about discovering the all of this?
Gawain definitely like shuts up immediately. They've been like whispering about all the stuff that that like everyone was going to learn, and what the wizard could give like Belle and Madeline like to or where they could stay in the tower, what sort of part. Like Belle could like telling Madeline that she could probably stay in the basement and like take up the residence where the serpent was, and Belle in the observatory to like see the stars and moons and make them part of a home. And then like we get up the ladder and we see the wizard, and then Gawain is just like, what? And I think they all stay there for a second, like really stunned. And Gawain goes over to the wizard just to check. I think maybe checks his holds their hand up against the wizard's nose to make sure he's breathing. And I think I'm going to do a strong move spend a token to deduce a hidden truth. And I think this portal has opened up because the mage has died, and it's just an unfinished work that they were gonna like finish in the morning, so to speak.
Or like the spell that the spell to keep it closed has failed. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, he was gonna teach me the magic.
I'm sorry. People leave us at unexpected times sometimes. You know, it's
Yeah. Dad said it was like going through the woods. Some people stay in the woods. I think
There's
Gwen
so
like takes a moment to like take in the wizard. They've like dropped to their knees, so they're like they're looking over the bed. And I think we find the mage's magic rings. And I think Gwen looks to Madeline. Like, should I take them?
yeah. Take him. Hang on. Pass one here. Pass that one here. And Madeline points to a ring with a great big fat. It's like the thumb ring, and it's got a great big fat round lapis lazuli on it. And I'm spending a token here to do the impossible, to just intuit how this works, and like picks up the ring, puts it on, twists it like a faucet, and the portal stops.
Huh.
Nice. Oh,
You ever get up in the
Okey-doke.
middle of the night and go to the bathroom and forget, wash your hands and leave the tap running?
huh.
Can't say that's ever happened.
Well, they just leave it dripping, you know. Sometimes it.
Maybe you wanted a bath to feel better.
Yeah, maybe. Get cold, the warm water helps.
Yeah. I'm going to do another token spend.
Yep.
And I'm going to perform a spell to save/help someone, and I'm going to attempt to banish the water.
Yeah, cool.
And I might even spend my last token to ask for help. To ask for help from Belle about nature magic.
Of course.
Help us. I'm sending this water back where it belongs.
Well, if the portal is closed, we can't necessarily do that. The water's here, and it's spread pretty far. But if we can, perhaps we can achieve a synthesis.
Maybe there's a new
and
river.
and maybe we can. I think I can maybe convince the land to accept the water as a part of it. And I think we can do
Yeah.
that if we work together.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
So, I think it's probably you at the top of the tower to, like, see all of the vast expanse of water. And it's me at the bottom of it, like, down at the stones, like, talking to the earth, to, like, convincing it to open up, metaphorically speaking. And I'll spend my last token to do it. I don't have any tokens anymore either.
Yay.
And, I think I think the water like glows and sparkles with magic. And it slowly gets absorbed into the soil, and maybe it doesn't happen instantly, but pretty quickly, like new life begins to spring out of it. And it's not like the alien corrupted life that had been like previously like coming out of the waters from the tower. And it might even be new, but it definitely uh feels at home and like a part of the world in a way that it wasn't before.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
I think the swamp that is at the bottom of the tower turns into a bit more of like a lagoon.
Mm-hmm.
A
I
billabong.
think all those, yeah, little billabong. And I think I think the frogs become like the sentinel guards of the tower now.
Mm.
I do like that maybe like uh you know, the base of the tower gets risen above the water level so it's not just partially submerged. And like, maybe there's like another like smaller island off to the side to like, for the frog people to like make a little village on.
Yeah, well, like it's like you couldn't tell when it was submerged that deeply, but like this lake is like the tower's on like a little island in the middle of the billabong. There's
Mm.
like a nice little bridge. Like all of that was underwater before, but now as the water recedes, that you know that little island is revealed as the water goes down. Um, I got one last little note that we can end on if you like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can like probably like just talk about like, what our characters like, do like after like this
After
settles
this,
down. Yeah.
yeah. I got uh introduce. I guess it's not really introduce the mystery. I just wanted to like one of the things that like one of the last things that the wizard put away before he went to bed was like wrapping up a brand new spell book, like bound in butcher's paper and twine, with a little note
Mm.
that says like "For Gawain, may this serve you for many years yet to come."
Aw.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And it's got like one spell written in it so far, but you need to like decipher it and figure out what it does first.
Right.
Yay.
Well, I think Belle does stick around. Assuming that Gawain also like sticks around to kind of like become the new wizard of the tower.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done around the tower, and we can't just leave all this magical spell work and books hanging around for someone to stumble upon.
I think
Um,
she does stick around for a good long time, but eventually, like, does feel the pull to want to leave.
mm.
Um, but crucially, she promises to return.
Oh,
I don't think Mads hangs around. I think as the water recedes, Madeline Deep Breath like follows the water downstream and helps clean up everywhere the water has touched downstream, you know?
yeah.
Like looking after both the living and the dead.
Mm.
But maybe they'll come back upstream sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Maybe
Come
like
back up.
you live in the river, and um, it's like a funeral rites thing now to um, like send people off down the river,
I
and
come
you
I
take
come
care of
back up
them.
I come back upstream every winter so I can follow the floodwaters back down.
Yeah.
The floodwaters, the snow melt back
Mm.
down. You stop in.
Mm. Yeah, and I do think that whenever Belle goes somewhere new and people ask where she's from, she says, "Oh, Wizard's Tower in the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
That's her home."
Aw.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Jenna, on
Thank
the
you,
ones
Mitchell.
thank you, Jenna, on the ones and twos. That's gonna do it for us.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay,
Games.
games.
Have we had any more donations? Yeah. Thank you, BPM. Jenna, dinner's ready. If you didn't already know. So Jenna, I hope you enjoy your dinner and you need a well-deserved break after 8 hours working on the stream. That's a champion effort. Thank you very much.
For
Yeah.
sure.
We're gonna leave it there and give us some. How easy is it to swap the music, Jenna? Can you give us the sad music to see us out while we wait for the next game? What is the next
Well, in
game?
the break, maybe you should go get the bundle.
Yeah, go get the bundle. I'll definitely will be.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Mitchell, thanks for being the one to facilitate the game,
Mm.
and thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you had as much fun as we did, and have a good night.
Yeah, enjoy Desperation, which is the next game for the stream, and Dream of Scrooge Dream Apart should be pretty great. Whichever one of the two games they're playing for that. Yeah, hooroo! Have a good night or good day or good morning. See you later. Bye.
Bye.